Hello gamers from around the world, this is Boxenberger, the video game enthusiast from Germany, and I would like to welcome you to this week's episode of The World of Gaming. And Dutch, we are here on a Friday. Usually we never do podcasts Friday. It's either Thursday or Sunday.
But everyone knows why that is, because the selfish people over at Sony decided to do a state of play at 10 o'clock at night yesterday.
Well, it was 11 o'clock for me, so...
Exactly.
Selfish people. Selfish people over there. But we definitely wanted to talk about all the games and the announcements, and so we decided to do the podcast on a Friday instead of a Thursday. So, let me welcome our community. Great to see you here. And of course, a big welcome to everyone who listens after the fact, either here on YouTube or on Spotify or Apple Podcast or wherever you're listening. Dutch, we've grown on Amazon Music. We have now...
Woo.
Yeah. We have 10 subscribers on Amazon Music now.
Wow-wee.
Incredible. So, big shout out to the Amazon Music
Hello, all 10
listeners.
of you.
All the 10 of you guys. We have better numbers on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, though.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who listens to podcasts on Amazon Music.
Nope.
Which is kind of weird. Me neither, but I do have Amazon Music Prime, the Prime thing. I don't have a Spotify thing. But I still listen to podcasts on Spotify.
I do have Spotify, but I don't have Amazon Prime at the moment. I literally get Amazon Prime just as and when I need to order things and then just cancel it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just in the Amazon ecosystem, you know. I have Prime, of course, for the delivery. I have the book thing, the Kindle Unlimited.
Yes, Kindle.
And somehow I just have the music as well over there, so I have it all in one spot. But it's
I think
weird.
For me, I think audio books would work better for me because after spending all day reading things on a screen, I think the last thing I want to do is come home to relax and read.
For a long time, when I was younger, I read a lot of books. I read so much, but then I kind of grew out of it, and basically my entire adult life, I haven't really read that much or that many books. But then when my kids started school and started to learn to read, this somehow became a thing in our household that we just read together, you know. And now I sit, especially over the weekend, on the couch with the kids. Everyone's reading a book. Yeah. And so I started reading again. And actually, I read a lot lately. Whenever I don't play video games. So, there you go. We're not here to talk about books, though, Dutch. We're here to talk about...
Video games.
Video games, exactly. So, let us start with that. What have you been playing lately? And everyone in the chat, let us know what you guys have been playing lately.
So for me, I have been got a right mixed bag, but mainly open world things. By choice. So I'll start with the non-open world. So I've been, again, chipping away a little bit at Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core to get that finished. Have you played that yet?
I have started it, but I haven't finished it. I dropped out. I don't know really why. Probably something else came out, and then I never went back.
Yeah, you may as well, because it's obviously the backstory before 7 starts, isn't it? So, so I've been chipping away at that a little bit. I moved Avatar, the Pandora game, from my external to my internal drive to be able to play that again.
You've started that already, right?
Yes, I'm like almost 30 hours in.
Yeah.
I've just got to the upper planes. I actually, when it first came out, I forgot who I was playing it with. Might have been Shom or somebody like that. But I played co-op on it quite a bit as
Mm-hmm.
well. And co-op is actually good fun, especially when you like going to just take down bases and things like that. It's actually
Actually,
quite good fun.
yeah, I enjoyed Avatar. I mean, it didn't set the world on fire,
Yeah.
but it is a good,
It's a good game.
okayish
One thing
game.
that kind of stood out to me with Avatar and
Yeah,
hasn't changed is just it's a beautiful game.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Um,
Definitely.
Especially in some of the sections where it's just like heavy foliage and things like that. It really stands out how much detail
Yeah,
they've put into it.
yeah.
So yeah, just chipping away at it. I'm not doing loads. I'm doing like a couple of missions and then I'm coming off, as to
How's
not
the third
overwhelm
person mode?
myself.
They've added
Ah,
the third person mode.
they have, yeah. Again, um, mentioned this a little bit before we started.
And we
I
decided to
tend
take the
to
discussion
find,
online, so we will
yeah,
have to continue here somehow, but we have to bring
exactly.
people on board.
One thing I noticed was, and I notice this about every game that starts in a certain perspective mode and then adds another mode to it, is it doesn't quite feel the same. It doesn't quite feel right. It feels a little bit off. And to me, adding a third person to what was built as a first person mode never
Yeah,
quite feels right when you're playing third person. And that's same for third person games that add first person modes to them.
yeah.
When you add it in, it kind of feels a bit weird. And I would kind of feel, and it sounds strange saying it now because everyone was complaining about it before it launched, but I feel like if they added third person mode to Indiana Jones, it would feel really weird.
I agree. It is. I mean, a lot of games do it, right?
Yeah.
Basically, all the Bethesda games, like from
Yeah.
Skyrim to Fallout to Starfield, or the Obsidian games with Avowed and Outer Worlds, and it never feels right because if you build a game for first person mode, you have to build the world differently than you do it or would build the world if you build it for third person. And whenever then you switch in between to the other mode, whether it's third or first person, then the world just feels off. The proportions of
Yeah.
buildings or objects
Where
in the
enemies
world.
feel like they're at compared to where you think they are. Like
Yeah,
in Skyrim, like you mentioned, when you think an enemy's in a certain location and you go to do an attack and they're not
yeah,
close enough, or you're like, wait a minute, doesn't quite feel right here. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it just feels a little bit off. So I had a look around in third person mode. I had a walkabout, but no, I switched straight back to first person.
Yeah,
Straight back
yeah,
to first person. I
yeah.
just feel like I say, if a game is designed in a certain way, the entire world that they've created has been designed around that particular perspective. And even though people have asked for a third person mode, I just feel like it just feels weird coming into third person. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like I say, it's still a great game.
Yes, it is.
Um, Outside of that, I am chipping away at Hogwarts Legacy again on two separate platforms almost simultaneously. So I've been chipping away at it on PlayStation in order to get the platinum on there. And of course, Switch doesn't have achievements, so I don't have to worry about that. So on Switch, I'm just playing it for the love of playing the game on
That's
Switch
how you
too.
should play games, man.
Yeah,
That's
but I
why I
mean, I
don't
just
care
love the
for
game
these
anyway.
achievements.
I love the game anyway, but I want to get the platinum on PlayStation because I love the game that much. But um, no, I love Hogwarts Legacy, and
Yeah.
um, I'm looking forward to whatever they do next on the second one, and I hope it lives up to the first. But no, fantastic game, and it runs really well on Switch as well. Looks great on Switch. Plays well. I haven't noticed any issues as yet. Again, I've been playing with a Pro controller. Haven't really been playing in handheld as much. Um, but still runs great, looks great, so that's good. And just before we jumped on here today, I played about 15, 20 minutes of High on Life 2.
Nice.
So I can't really give my full thoughts on it so far. It's just more of the same, is all I will say. It's more of the same. It starts wacky. I don't know whether or not he's having like delusions of what happened at the beginning. And obviously, when people start the game up, you'll understand what I mean. I don't know whether or not it's a delusion or a dream or something like that. But yeah, it's a bit wild. Just picked up the skateboard.
Okay.
So we'll see what it's all about. But yeah, got it installed. And yeah, that's all I've been playing so far.
Nice. Yeah, man, High on Life, I haven't started it yet. Didn't find the time today. But I'm definitely going to play that over the weekend. I have it installed on the Xbox and the ROG Xbox LEX, so I'm ready to go. But that's the weekend for me. So let's see what the community has been playing. Stormplayer says he's playing currently High on Life 2 and says it's so funny and I enjoy it so much. Yeah, I mean, it's getting good reviews so far. That's cool. I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed the first one. I mean, it didn't set the world on fire, no doubt, but it was a fun, quirky game. And I'm looking forward to play it, man. Before the next big thing comes out.
Yeah.
So I've been playing. I finished a Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I think for the first time I played the DLC as well. So the main game, I absolutely love that game, man. It is just, what can I say? I've talked about it last week as well. It's just a fantastic world. I love the story. I do enjoy the combat. It's I'm actually thinking about playing Rebirth again. I know it comes out on Xbox in June, but I do already own it on PlayStation, so I could just play that again and then maybe get a better understanding of the storyline. Because the last time when I played Rebirth, it was like already 3 years or so before Rebirth came out, when I played the OG remake, and I couldn't follow the story properly somehow. And so now that it's all fresh in my mind, I'm thinking about that. And on the other hand, I just want to play that again on Xbox, and especially the ROG Xbox LEX. So I might wait. I haven't decided yet, man. Anyway, I'm rambling. The thing is, DLC. I mean that you've played the DLC, right?
For which one?
Remake.
Sorry.
The
oh
Final
yeah,
Fantasy
yeah.
With Yuffie as a main as a main character, and I mean it's a nice little DLC. Story is fine, but and combat is the same as the main game, so great. However, I just don't like Yuffie, man. It's such an annoying character.
You know the only thing I hated about Remake, Integrate, and Rebirth with Yuffie is that she doesn't come. You don't add her to the party properly at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Unlike, I know she was like a not so much a hidden character as a couple of the characters were in Final Fantasy VII, the OG, where you could choose to have them in the party or not if you went and seek them out.
Yeah.
But to not have them in the party at all in the first two games, and of course you had Integrate where you could play as Yuffie for a bit, but it's not quite like you say, it's not quite the same. And you don't like Yuffie, and that's fine. I don't think not too many people were overly bothered about her anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was included, so all good.
Yeah, exactly.
Took me about 2 or 3 hours to beat the DLC, and that was fine. Then I played again, unfortunately, an unhealthy amount of Ball X Pit, with the new characters and everything they've added. New characters, new balls, and everything. It is just so addictive, man. So I played that, and I booted up Path of Exile 2 again.
Nice.
I was actually thinking about waiting till the full release is out. It's still in early access for over a year now, but I've already added so much to it that I played that again. And coming right off Diablo 4, which I played over the last couple of weeks, the latest season with the Paladin. I must say, I know people love to compare the two and argue which one is better, and there are definitely certain things that Path of Exile does better than Diablo. Diablo is is for such a different audience, I believe. It is way more the casual action RPG, while Path of Exile 2, I love it, but it is definitely not for everyone. The difficulty alone makes it that way, right? It's way more tactical, but it also has way better boss fights, because they are properly choreographed, and it is a great game. I hope it really comes out with the full release this year. But I'm enjoying my time there as well. So, and then the last game I played is is Batman Origins, actually. I've bought that last year, December somewhen, on Steam for like $3 or so, because I love the Batman Arkham games, right? So much. And Origins is the only one that isn't available in the digital store on Xbox.
All right.
So I got it on Steam for like $3 or so. And I haven't played that in a while. I actually wanted to start that properly over the Christmas period. But I only played like 2 or 3 hours over Christmas. And so I now fully got into that again. And it runs so incredible well on the ROG Xbox LEX, honestly. At like maximum settings, I'm getting 70 to 80 FPS. And it still actually looks really good and is a good game. It's the most underrated Batman game ever, man. Just because it wasn't Rocksteady, but it is, the origin story of the Joker, and it has some awesome boss fights. It really is a good game. So, yeah, man.
I'll take your word for it.
You've never played it, I know. You're not a superhero guy.
Nope.
But
I'll take another Guardians of the Galaxy. I've said this before.
Yeah. But you probably never will.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. The Big Bridge has been playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Okay. Never even heard of it, honestly. I'm sorry.
Ace Attorney. Oh, God, it's massive. Ace Attorney is huge. I've never played it, never would, but it's a massive franchise.
Is it the aerial combat?
No. It is literally you play as an attorney in court.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a Japanese anime kind of attorney game.
I'm not paying much attention to those kind of games, so
no.
Shame on
me. It's never
me
been one
there.
For me. I don't understand why it's so big, but it is.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I mean, even games like Farming Simulator are massive. So some games out there. Anyway, Dutch, let's get into some news of the week, and I mean that's the reason why we're here on a Friday, right?
yeah.
Is the Sony State of Play, and that aired last night. And it was a huge state of play. Over 70 minutes, 71 or 72 minutes. Which is pretty long.
It is. It could have significantly been reduced with all of the repeat games.
Sure. But most gaming showcases somehow have that, right? Except the Xbox Developer Direct.
One game that I'll mention before we start, Beast of Reincarnation, which we saw 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
or
true.
3 weeks ago.
True. But we got a date for that now.
Woo!
Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, it is a super long list. I tried to take notes while watching it. Yeah. Actually, this morning, I watched this morning, not in the middle of the night.
I watched it whilst I was in bed.
And it is a long-ass list here of stuff that they have shown. So before we go through the games, Dutch, what were your thoughts? Because I've seen a lot of different opinions about this online. Your general thoughts before we go through the games.
Yeah, I'll start with saying, of course, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't think it was as great as some people were making out it was. It wasn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. I thought it was kind of average, if slightly above average, in my opinion. And that was mainly because of a lot of the things that were shown were either not for me or things that were repeated. And the things that weren't repeated were like, oh, that looks good. But nothing that really went, woo! One of the things for me personally,
of them.
One of the things for me personally was in a year where we're expecting Wolverine to release.
Yeah.
There's still nothing about the game.
That is true. But then we are living in the year 2026 and hype is gone so quickly. There is absolutely no need for Sony to talk about the games that come out.
But then they also announced something
months.
that was not even anywhere near, and we'll get to that in a little bit later.
Yeah. So I really thought it was the best state of play that they had in years.
I can agree with that as well, because it's not about high bar to...
Exactly. That's the catch, right? That is the catch. The bar wasn't really high. I mean, the sheer amount of games that they have shown, the state of play could have easily passed as a full proper showcase, right? With its runtime of 70 plus minutes. I thought that was good because, well, Sony hasn't done a proper showcase in, I want to say 4 years or so. 3 years at least.
Yep.
And this is the best or the closest that they've got to that kind of state. The only thing is no real announcement from their first party studios, right?
Apart from at the end.
Yeah, but apart from at the very end, and we'll get to that, but that was literally just a super early teaser. And also not a new game, right? A teaser for a remake. So, of course, I would have loved for them to put at least one bigger game. I understand why they didn't put in Wolverine, because they will probably have something around, around the summer showcase season, and or
then I also
maybe even later.
On that, because you could quite easily do a small 1-2 minute Wolverine introduction and a little bit of like teaser, and then even just saying, we'll obviously look forward to showing you more this summer leading up to its release.
Yeah.
And then in summer, then you do it. But to have absolutely zero doesn't bode well, in my opinion, confidence-wise, for it releasing this year.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting Wolverine to be again. If you would, they've shown gameplay, right? They had a gameplay trailer already, and so I don't think that they needed it in this showcase. They can easily show that off in July, August, get the hype up then with an announcement of the release date for October, right? And people would still be pretty much excited. And if they would show it off now, it's only the next time they would show it, everyone would be like, yeah, we've already seen it. So from that perspective, I can understand it. But given the bare, dry roadmap that they have beyond Wolverine, right? They only have like one other game announced, Intergalactic, from Naughty Dog, and that's it. I would have appreciated it if they would have put in at least one or two announcements from their first party studios. Show us what Santa Monica is working on. Show us something like that, right? Show us Bend. Show us something. I think that's my only like real criticism. Otherwise, let's just talk about the games. There was plenty of stuff in there. They opened up with Kenna. Scars of Cosmora, right?
That did look good. That looked very good.
Looked very good. It's a sequel to Kenna Bridge of Spirits. It's going to come out this year on the PS5 and PC. So no Xbox release for that, but that's a sequel I didn't expect coming, right? And I
wasn't quite sure the first one did that well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not saying like critically or anything like that, because it was a good game. I think it reviewed pretty well for the first one.
Absolutely.
I've played it. I thought it was quite neat. It didn't do anything to stand out, but it didn't do anything wrong per se. It was just a good game. But what I did like about this one was that it seemed to just expand upon that, and it's introduced some new characters, and instead of just healing animals, you're now healing people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of changing it up a little bit, but it's opened it up for a bit more of an open worldy feel, and by the looks of things, like rideables. And so, yeah, it seems like they've definitely expanded on the world and the universe that they're creating, and hopefully this one reviews well and does a little bit better commercially. But it obviously did better commercially than I expected to be able to do a second. So
yeah. So I'm excited for that. I really enjoyed the first one. The first one was like a really weird game with one aspect, because it started off like a game that gave me a lot of Zelda vibes, right? And it was beautiful and it was colorful and easy game, and then like in the middle of the game suddenly there was a huge difficulty spike where it became almost, I don't want to say Souls-like, it wasn't that difficult, but it was a massive difficulty spike, right? And I think maybe that is something that turned some people off. Because you wouldn't expect it in a game like that, right? With the colorful, vibrant world and the cute characters.
Disney-esque look.
Yeah, the Disney-esque look, exactly. But I'm looking forward to that, man. Just brings up the question where I'm going to play it. Playing it on PlayStation or PC? The PC thing? Yeah, but then I can't play it on the handheld.
Play it on handheld.
Yeah. I'm going to decide that later.
Like, it depends how eager you are to play it at launch. Because, of course, we know Kena eventually did come to Xbox, and I would imagine this one's probably going to be a year after. So it depends on how eager you are to play it immediately.
Yeah. I mean, they did say this year, and it really depends, of course, when is this year. And since we all are already in the middle of February, I don't think it is a March, April, May, June game, because otherwise they would have announced the date.
Yeah.
So they are probably targeting more towards holiday season, which is a very bad idea for such a game.
Yeah.
Right?
You never know. It might be like July or August.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good time, right?
And then it could, to be fair, it was on the Sony showcase there, but it could also potentially be on another showcase in June.
That's very true. Either the summer showcase from Jeff. I don't think it's gonna be on the Xbox showcase because it's not coming to Xbox, so right away at launch.
As far as we know.
Yeah, but since they also announced the PC release, they would have and every other game also announced whether it's coming to Xbox or not. And this one didn't.
I mean, judging by what we know about the next Xbox, you may as well just get it on PC, Steam, and
exactly.
Be set anyway.
see, that's the thing with this new Xbox. I said exactly that last week to you when we talked about the decreasing sales numbers of Xbox. People are moving away from the Xbox store and just start to build the library on PC Steam, because then you're future-proof, right?
Yeah, and often, and I've found this out a couple of times, often the Steam version is more PC-like than the Xbox store version.
Yeah,
which is weird to say. Sometimes you get more customizability options and things like that on the Steam versions.
Sometimes the games even perform better. When Ninja Gaiden 4, for instance, came out, the Steam version performed significantly better than the PC Xbox version.
Yeah, which is really weird, and they need to get a grip on that. They need to get a real grip on that.
I don't know why, honestly.
It's always
version.
been the case.
Yeah.
Always been the case.
Yeah. Still weird, though. Ghost of Yotei Legends was the next game. It's an online co-op 4-player mode or game that is coming on March 10th.
Yeah, just like the first Ghost of Tsushima Legends.
Yeah. Which nobody played.
Nope.
Nobody played it. Nobody talked about it, and I feel like this one is going to suffer the same fate, right?
I mean, it's obviously got an audience if they're releasing Legends again, but it's not an audience that I've witnessed.
I mean, Yotei did do sales-wise pretty well.
I mean, you'd kind of expect it to, because the first game did well as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, let's see. Death Stranding 2 is coming to PC on March 19th.
Yep. That's quicker than I expected.
I mean, when did that game come out? That was somewhere summer last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So approximately a year. A bit more than half a year. 3/4 of a year, something like that. Yeah, I'm not a fan, right?
No,
don't like Kojima. Don't like his games.
I mean, to me, that means I expect this game to release on Xbox maybe the tail end of this year, if not the beginning of next.
Could be. I mean, the waiting period for the PC version was shorter than with the first one. Yeah. So the waiting period for the Xbox version should also be shorter. But even that wouldn't change my interest
you wouldn't buy it
anyway. I mean, the first one is now in Gamepass, and I've been thinking about giving it a second chance, but I remember playing the first one.
How far did you get into it?
An hour, maybe an hour and a half, and I fell asleep
twice. I know what you say. I understand your thinking behind this. This game doesn't value my time or anything like that.
Nah, not at all.
It's beyond when you start getting a little bit, should I say, up to the port. So the initial section that you start in isn't really. That's more of a tutorial section. Get used to all the mechanics. Get used to the weapons. Get used to how to create weapons and how to create things. And then when you get up to the port and you've got past the first big boss and introduced to one of the big main characters of the game, then the game opens up and then things become a little bit different. It is intriguing. It's one game that you kind of just sit and take your time with. The music in it is fantastic. And the gameplay does, like I say, it certainly opens up, especially with combat-wise, because you start, especially in the second section, start getting weapons, guns, bombs, things like that to really go at people. So you can actually go and attack as opposed to just kind of trying to be wary and run past things all the time.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Probably never going to happen. Then Fall Loop was shown. A 4-player sandbox game, a third-person shooter-like thing, coming to PC and PlayStation 5. Yeah. I don't know. It also looks like it's designed as a games as a service title, and I'm really struggling to understand in this day and age. We've just seen it with games like Highguard, right? They had a horrible launch and they had to lay off people this week because of it, because the game already a week or 2 weeks after launch dropped to less than 4,000 players, and these kind of games just don't succeed in the year 2026. Not even the high budget ones, right? Remember Concord and Suicide Squad, where there were like massive budgets and massive teams behind it, and now these smaller teams come out with these kind of games that are designed as a service game, as an ongoing game, right? And there's just no chance that this game will have success, and that's very unfortunate. So especially with smaller studios, I really do not understand how they just make a good single player game, right? But yeah, so For Loop, I don't know if anyone in the chat is excited about that, but it didn't do anything for me.
Nope.
Then Bragmata is out.
Yep.
Not out. Was shown. A demo is out.
Again.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
But the demo is out now. It's coming 24th of April, right? Coming to everything. I've downloaded the demo. I haven't started the demo yet, but it continues to look awesome. Pragmata is definitely a game I'm very much interested. It's not a blind buy for me. I'm still waiting for reviews and opinions of gamers that I trust. But it does look very interesting, and I'm eager to play the demo and find out myself if it really holds up. By the way, I forgot that earlier when we talked about what we are playing. I've played the demo of Replaced. For Replaced.
I haven't even thought about that yet.
Yeah, the demo is only available on Steam, but I highly recommend to check it out. It's awesome, man. It's really good. I mean, you kind of need to like the 2D or 2.5D side scrollers that combine like combat with environmental riddles stuff, but the atmosphere is awesome. really. It is, some of the riddles are not like, okay, you have to move the box over here to jump over there or do stuff like that. That's also in there, but some of these kind of riddles are more like figuring out where to continue in the environment, right? It's not really like directly obvious, oh, I need to climb up here. And you kind of need to figure that out and learn to read the environment and stuff. And Replace, this is gonna be awesome, man. Highly recommend to check the demo out. And it's beautiful. Great art style, man. Great art style.
Yeah. I'm glad it's eventually coming out. It's one I've been waiting for a long time.
3 years, 4 years? How long has it been?
At least 4 years.
Yeah. It's finally coming out. I mean, it's a little indie game, right? So, not a big team behind it or anything. But from the demo that I've played, awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, we are digressing.
Yes.
Resident Evil Requiem was shown off again. I feel like Resident Evil has been on every showcase over the last 12 months. It still looks awesome, and I cannot wait. But I've seen enough. I just want to play the game now. I think that's what you meant earlier, right? When you said a lot of stuff we've already seen has been in the showcase, and that is true, right? Death Stranding obviously is already out. Pragmata, we've seen that plenty of times. Demo is playable. Resident Evil, and we will come to a couple of other games that we've already seen. So I'm still excited for Resident Evil, though. Cannot wait. Legacy of Kain, a remaster, is coming on March 4th. Before I give my thoughts, what did you think? Legacy of Kain, the remaster.
Not one for me. I feel sorry for the fact that Crystal Dynamics have went from doing Perfect Dark to Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, we have your cat in the podcast now.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, he doesn't know what to do with himself at the minute. He was asleep on my gym bag before. I think he wants to jump back up, but I'm not sure. He's kind of just walking about.
All right. So Legacy of Kain, I mean, it was a good game at the time. And if you bring that into 2026, I think they should have. It didn't look like they did much with it. A little upres here, little bit more frame rate there, and that's about it. The mechanics still looked very dated, right? The visuals obviously looked dated, and it looked to me like a cheap remaster of a granted good game at the time. Yeah.
It didn't look like it would set the world on fire. It was like a really basic remaster with some up-res.
Yep.
That's higher quality textures and some up-res. That's it.
Yeah.
We've known firsthand that games like that release, not only do they not do well, regardless of the nostalgia feel behind it, but they don't hold up well mechanically. They really don't.
True.
We've been through this a dozen times now with old games. It never feels great to play.
Yeah. If you do something with an old game, then do it properly. Do a proper remake and modernize the mechanics. Yeah.
Modernize the entire thing.
Yeah. Dead or Alive 6
Yes.
is coming with
Booby Simulator returns.
Yes, exactly. It's getting PS5 improvements coming in June. The Dead or Alive is celebrating its 30th anniversary already, and the new game is also in development. They haven't shown it though. Just said, yeah, and the new game is also in development. Yeah, I've never really been a Dead or Alive player, so
I played it when it was
good.
No, I think
when you were a horny teenager.
1, 360, maybe. But I played a lot of Street Fighter then as well, especially on 360. So it was more like and Tekken. So it was like,
yeah.
To be fair, 360 era was very big fighter era.
Yes.
Tekken, Street Fighter, Dead or Alive. There was another one as well. I'm trying to think of the name of it. It was like at least 3 or 4 that were like consistently like
pumping out games,
and you would always get them all.
Yeah, so we shall see. Then they've shown Control Resonant. Still no proper release date, just a 2026 release. They've shown it again, this time with proper continued gameplay.
Yeah.
This time it actually looked better than the last showing to me. I mean, I'm still not super excited for it. I don't know what it is. I mean, Control was good, not great. But now going to third person mode, and I'm not 100% sold. It's maybe also because Remedy is for me a hit and miss. And I can't really say why. For instance, Alan Wake 2 wasn't a bad game by any stretch of the means. But it also wasn't really good. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's one of them games. Again, we've been over this loads about Alan Wake 2. It's not a game you can sit and relax to.
True.
At the end of a long day, it's not a game you can put on and relax.
Yeah.
On edge.
Definitely.
But I mean, I've said this loads of times. I would far rather they do another Quantum Break.
Yes.
Than do Control.
Yeah.
I just don't like the look of Control. I've never liked the look of the original Control. I don't care how much people loved it. It just didn't look good. And Quantum Break actually had a really good story with unbelievable actors.
Yes.
And it's just an underrated game, and it got slated because of the TV show that was attached to it. But it was actually not bad. It was just people were like, "Oh, do I have to watch a TV show whilst I play?"
Yeah.
You don't have to, but I mean, do it.
Yeah, I agree. That was the last really great game that they made, right? That I absolutely enjoyed. And instead of Control Resonant, I want them to finish the Max Payne remake, because that's something I'm really excited about. I loved Max Payne 1 and 2 back in the days. And they're doing a proper remake, merging the two games together in one. So you will be playing that as a continued story. They are rewriting certain sections for it. They obviously bring it to their state-of-the-art engine and everything. And that's something I'm really excited about. Control Resonant, not so much, although I must admit, again, I thought it looked better this time, because in the last trailer they've have shown gameplay segments, but it were like these 2, 3, 4, 5 second snippets. that they've like edited together, and now in continued gameplay, it didn't look bad. So this is a definitely wait and see for me. Not my most definitely not one of my most anticipated games. So
nope.
Yeah. The next game though looked interesting. Crimson Moon. It is this action adventure RPG set in this like gothic world. Coming this year to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And I thought that looked interesting. I mean, I love these hack and slash action adventure RPGs. Didn't look like a Souls-like, because a lot of those lately try to be a Souls-like. This one didn't look like that at all, and I could be interested in that, man. Definitely need to see more, but I have it on my radar. What did you think, man?
It looked all right, but again, I think my issue at the minute is just the fact that there's so many games that kind of look the same. There's just so many hack and slashy, beat 'em uppy things. This is kind of, I don't know whether or not, again, because of the what I've been thinking of with so many games recently, is just as nothing seems to be ultimately few and far between games that feel original.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my problems that I've noticed recently, just when certain games have been getting announced and things like that, is that nothing seems to be like feeling original at the moment.
That I can understand, yeah. That's why I'm so excited for Crimson Desert, man. I know.
Yeah.
I know it's also like something. It's not like something we haven't seen before. But it combines so many things I love about video games, and it looks just good. I'm looking forward to that, man. Yeah. And surprisingly, it was not in the showcase.
Yep.
Like, Crimson Desert has been in everything for the last 1.5 years. And in between any showcase, they've released, like, more or less on a weekly basis, gameplay segments and stuff. And so now it finally comes out in a month. And it wasn't there.
Yep.
Anyway, Beast of Reincarnation was the next game. Now with a release date coming August 4th. After, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, right? After in-depth showing at the Xbox the Developer Direct about a month ago, less than a month ago, we didn't really need it in there, but I understand that they also want to advertise it to PlayStation gamers, right?
Yep. That's the only reason to put it on there, because I've seen it loads.
Yeah. Then Rayman.
Yes, that's one thing I am happy about.
Yeah, 30th anniversary
As much
edition.
as it is absolutely a cash grab.
It is. Right? Because they've literally done nothing to the games except bringing them to modern systems. It's coming out on everything: Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Switch 2. It's actually out today for $20. I was tempted to get it and then never to play it.
I'd play it because I love like Rayman 1 is my favorite Rayman.
No, that's Legends for me.
Yeah.
I just love Legends. But yeah, then it probably would make a great handheld game, right? Playing that on the ROG Xbox LE. Yeah, maybe I'm just going to get it. I mean, it's just $20, right?
Yep.
And
it's releasing so it's released digitally immediately, and it's releasing physically in June.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's weird. That is weird. I did not know that. Okay. Yeah, well, I'd rather take a proper new Rayman in the sense like Origins or Legends. But I feel like Ubisoft has completely given up on the Rayman IP. So that's unfortunate, because Legends was absolutely awesome. And yeah, maybe I'm just getting it on just for the handheld reason.
I would.
Then go ahead, man. Then go ahead. Project Windless was shown with an in-engine trailer and then some gameplay. It's a hack and slash where you like fight hundreds of enemies at the same time, right?
Yeah.
It's coming only on PS5 or to PS5, so it's a PlayStation exclusive. Coming this year. I don't know. What were your thoughts, man?
It's a pass from me. From Craft, and I especially coming off the back of PUBG. I was expecting something else. Another hack and slash.
Yeah.
And it's not like, let's face it, it's not like technically Crafton have ever really proved themselves to be capable. Because PUBG, as fun as it was, technically was an absolute shit show.
Yeah.
And
PUBG
it was for years.
Ran horribly. Yeah.
Yeah. For years, it was an absolute shit show. It was like a muddy, Play-Doh-y cesspit. As fun as it was terrible. So I don't have, from a technical standpoint, I don't have the most trust in them anyway. But no. Again, when we're talking about things that have been done to death already and not really changing anything, yet another hack and slash with hundreds of enemies, that just sounds like Dynasty Warrior again. So
yeah. To your point earlier, it really doesn't stand out.
No.
And I feel like, you know, in a year like this, and it was probably the same last year or the last 2 years, where we get like 2 or 3 really great games a month, right? Yeah. From AAA to great indies. We are so spoiled. I don't have the time for mediocre games anymore.
Yeah.
And this feels exactly like such a game. It's probably not bad. It's probably not great either. It's just an okay-ish game, and I don't have the time for okay anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Completely agree. I don't know. I literally don't. I wish I did, but I really don't have the time for anything that doesn't immediately capture my attention.
Yeah.
And that goes for everything that's coming out recently. Especially it's the one slightly good thing about Game Pass is if it does release in Game Pass, and I'm like, at least I haven't wasted money on it.
Exactly. Then I don't have.
And this is another thing about having to, especially with other platforms and not being in subscription services, why I'm even less likely to buy games these days, because there's been so many games that I've picked up and I've just been like, I was really looking forward to it, and I started playing it and I'm like, and I've just wasted money. Because it's not something that really grabbed my attention.
Yeah, true. And Yeah, I mean, again, this year is crazy anyway. Starting in March, we are getting so swamped with insanely good games. High on Life 2 is out today, right? And we get, well, at the very end of the month, on February 27th, we are getting Resident Evil Replaced in March, Crimson Desert in March, right? And in between such really good games, I don't find the time to play mediocre games anymore. And so Project Windless, I'm not sure if this is gonna be successful in any way, shape, or form. We shall find out, but it's probably going to be challenging to find success with such a game.
Yeah, I agree.
Star Wars Galactic Racer was shown off again. And honestly, I'm a little tempted now. When they've shown it like 3 months ago, I think it was shown during the Game Awards, right? 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I thought, no. But this time, I don't know what it was, but it was like they've shown now that there are pod racers in there. It looks really good. Like with the different kind of vehicles, the races seem different enough. Visually, it looks really good. I'm actually interested in it now. Still no release date, just 2026 date. But yeah, what were your thoughts, man?
Yeah, again, yes, it's another race. I remember the original pod racer game that came out.
On the N64, I loved that. That was a great racer.
Yeah, I did enjoy that. But will I honestly go out and buy this game? No, probably not.
It's not a full price game, right?
I mean, even that, I don't think I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the smallest of things now, unless I'm like really, really intrigued about it. Nah.
I thought it looked good, man. I'm not saying they won't buy, but I want to see more now. And depending on when it comes out, I might just get it. Look, it did something. Maybe it's a nostalgia towards the N64 pod racer that was really good. So yeah, it's a maybe. 007 got another story trailer before it's releasing on May 27th. Yeah, I mean, it's similar with like a game like Resident Evil that we've seen now so many times, right? I'm sold. I want to play the game, but we have seen so many different kinds of trailers, from Lenny Kravitz being the bad guy to having the Aston Martin in there to continued gameplay and everything. I'm sold, man. I'm sold on 007. I cannot wait to play it.
I'm still not sold. And one of my things as well is the character models just don't look right to me.
I mean, it's not a visual feast, right?
No, it's definitely not. But I think the character models look off.
I don't. I mean, Bond really looks like a youngling, and he's lacking a little bit.
It's not even that though. It's not even that though. It's like, it reminds me of like, do you know when there's so many games as well where you're like, oh yeah, that looks quite cool, and like I don't begrudge them for not having the greatest of character models because it's ultimately not that kind of game. And one of those I would say is like Sniper Elite, for instance, where you're just like, whatever, it's Sniper Elite. I'm not really too bothered about it. But ultimately, yeah, it's just not really. It's not something I'm going to be jumping on immediately. Put it that way.
Oh, I
Maybe
most
even, like,
likely
wait for it
will.
to jump in a subscription.
Nah, I don't know if that will come to a subscription.
I think it will eventually. I don't think it's going to do anywhere near as well as people think it will.
I mean, visually it looks okay, not great. Like, it doesn't have like super detailed character models or anything, but it looks okay from its graphics. But it gives me like Uncharted vibes, right? And I'm glad they moved away from that typical Hitman formula. This was one of my concerns when they originally announced that they are working on a 007 game. I thought immediately, okay, they're just going to slap the Hitman formula in the Bond costume, and that's not the game, right? It reminds me a lot more of things like Uncharted, and we haven't played an Uncharted or Tomb Raider game or something like that in a while, and so I'm excited for it. I want to play a Bond origin story. I think that's a great starting point for a new IP, and I'm pretty much excited. So I'm definitely going to get that.
I'm glad you are.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. All that matters is that you're excited, Boxy.
Exactly. And it's play anywhere, so it fits right into
even better, play on the go.
Exactly. Going back and forth. Konami then had a big section announcing a lot of Metal Gear stuff, right? Metal Gear Solid 2, the Master Collection 2 coming on 27th of August. Metal Gear Solid 4, Peace Walker, and Ghost. I can't read my handwriting. Ghost something is included in that. Yeah, they've also talked about Darwin's project. A lot of Metal Gear stuff there. Yeah, since I'm not a big Metal Gear fan, it didn't do much for me, but I've seen a lot of people being really excited about that. You're one of them, Dutch?
No, I'm not one of them. Okay. Never been a massive Metal Gear fan, to be fair. Never been a massive Metal Gear fan, which probably doesn't surprise many people, but no, it's never been one that I've been like, whoa. I loved the first game. Fond memories of the original, but beyond that, no, I'm not. I've never really been too excited about the rest of it.
Okay.
I still remember all the days where they were kind of saying, "Oh, there's going to be a Metal Gear movie, and they're going to have Arnie playing Raven and things like that," but then it never came to fruition. You probably remember all those rumors.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, so this was a pretty lengthy section in the showcase, though.
It was
one of my.
They went through like several games.
Yeah. One of my absolute highlights from the show was the next game, celebrating its 40th anniversary, and that's Castlevania. Belmont's Curse is coming this year on everything, Xbox, PC, PlayStation, and Switch too. And it looks awesome, man. I love these 2D Metroidvania games, and I mean that's why they're called Metroidvania, because Metroid and Castlevania, right, basically invented that genre. And Belmont's Curse looks fantastic, modern like 2D side-scroller graphics, fast-paced movement, precision combat system. I cannot wait. I'm definitely going to get that.
Yeah, I'm not. But again, I think you're more interested in Castlevania than I am, or ever have been. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad people are getting something. Especially, is it the anniversary? Did you mention?
It is their 40th anniversary, yeah.
Well, I'm glad people are getting something for that 40th
Yes,
anniversary then.
absolutely. I'm still trying to figure out if it's going to be Play Anywhere, because that's something I would really like to play on the go as well. So if it's not Play Anywhere, I might just get it on Steam and then have it on my Rock Alley. But I'm a sucker for those 2D Metroidvania games. I love them. The Prince of Persia game that Ubisoft released last year or 2 years ago was absolutely awesome. Things like Hollow Knight or Ori and all those great Metroidvania games. I'm absolutely up for that, man. Then they've shown a new Silent Hill, Townfall, coming this year. That. What were your thoughts before I give my spiel?
There wasn't really much to see about it, to be fair. I think I'm sure they mentioned, and to be fair, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure they mentioned they were going to do another kind of thing about it later on that evening, which would have been early morning for us.
Yeah.
So I think, and I haven't watched that yet. So early thoughts. I'm glad they're doing a brand new game.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I can't say much for what I saw, other than it looks like they're kind of maybe going back to the roots a little bit.
It's definitely not as fast paced as some of the latest Silent Hills. I think they are going more for these like really jump scare moments and things like that. I also haven't seen the extended gameplay that they wanted to show after the show. I didn't have the chance to watch that yet. Because similar like you, I watched it this morning and had to go to work then. But yeah, it does look good. Visually, it definitely does look good. I like that it's not that fast paced. I will have to watch the extended gameplay to learn more. Yeah, it's probably a holiday season game because if it would come out like in the first half, they would have announced just the release date. And since they only said 2026, I think it's probably going to be second half. And again, the second half is so crowded this year with massive games of Gears and Fable and GTA and everything. Let's see if I'll find the time right away. But I'm going to get my horror thrill with Resident Evil in a few weeks. 2 weeks. Then they've shown a game called Rev Noir. It's like a JRPG-ish with Japanese cartoon characters, right? Kind of game. Yeah, it didn't do much for me. I dig JRPGs, but not those kinds.
Yeah.
I love games like an Octopath Traveler or JRPGs like that, right? Blue Sky and stuff. But this one, nah. John Wick was then shown.
Yes!
Another highlight.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's an announcement.
Saber Interactive doing a John Wick game. And I loved it.
Yes, and it looks fantastic.
It does look fantastic, man. I mean, they said for at the very beginning, okay, this is not actually representing gameplay, right? It still looked like was rendered at least in engine, the CGI render, and then towards the end, they've shown a couple of snippets of gameplay, and it is just as brutal as you would hope it would be, right?
Yep.
Looks absolutely awesome. Cannot wait, man. It's weird that
the fact that they've got Keanu Reeves' likeness in there as well. Just thank you.
Hallelujah. Do we know? I mean, I would assume so, but do we know?
I would assume they've got Keanu to reprise that role.
Yeah,
I would assume.
I would assume.
He was up for it. You can see he was up for it with Johnny Silverhand and
yes,
things like that.
in
He's one of those
Cyberpunk.
guys that just like, yeah, cool. This looks cool, so I'll do it. And if it is that, and he spent a lot of time, with John Wick doing all the movies. So
Yes.
I've got no doubt he'd be like, oh yeah, absolutely, let's continue this.
I mean, it's kind of weird that it took us so long to get a John Wick
It
game.
is really weird that it took that long.
Right? After, I mean, for how long is this now a movie franchise? 15 years or so?
Yeah.
Right? And a very successful one, for that matter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't get a date for it yet. So I don't think it's a 26 game. I think that's more 27, 28.
Yeah.
Okay. Nevertheless, like you said, it looks exactly like you want a John Wick game to look. And the vibes and the brutality is there, the coolness is there. It's awesome, man. Definitely a highlight for me.
100%. That was my, like, pretty much up until even the final section. I think that's pretty much my highlight of the entire show, is seeing that we're getting an official John Wick game.
I would agree there. This and Castlevania.
Yeah, well, for you, definitely.
And the final. I mean, the final announcement also is pretty awesome. But a remake.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll get to that. No, John Wick, awesome. Keanu Reeves in there. I would assume they also have him for the voice acting, and with that, it's pretty much I'm already sold, man.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Marathon got a showing. I mean, it's coming in less
than
a month. Yeah, come on. We know why. It's coming in 3 weeks or so. March 7th. March 5th. So, thoughts on Marathon, man?
The less said, the better.
I mean, it feels like the sentiment around Marathon has shifted. I've seen a lot of people online now being excited for it.
Are they excited, or is it because there's nothing else to play at the moment?
I mean, that will change in 3 weeks, right?
It will. Yeah.
Absolutely, but I think
change in 3 weeks.
I mean, the sentiment I've seen is, okay, they've changed a lot about the game from its original showing to where it is now. And I think that gives them good faith. I still believe it's going to be a massive failure. And not that I want it to be. I wish Bungie the best success, but again, it's one of those games as a service shooters, and it's just not a. This isn't a time where you can be really successful with that. Arc Raiders was probably the exception that proves the rule. That these kind of
there's a lot of games that come and go with live service shooters, and the vast majority don't make it. We've seen Apex Legends, we've seen PUBG, we've seen Warzone, there's multiple
Fortnite and everything.
Yeah, and only those names have remained.
Exactly. I mean, again, Arc Raiders is the exception that proves the rule. But they really have a strong content roadmap supporting the game really well. Also, it being an extraction shooter is, well, not new per se, but the extraction shooter part isn't that saturated. It changes things up when you compare it to a Warzone or a Fortnite or something, right? And Marathon really doesn't do much Mambo Chess in the chat says Marathon looks like a Lego Call of Duty. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? And even games like Call of Duty last year failed miserably, and games that have been pretty much received well critically, like Battlefield 6, died off pretty quickly because either people just move on, right? There's this short, quick initial hype a week or two after launch, and then people just move on because they are not willing to invest money or time into those kind of games anymore, because they already are invested in a Warzone or in a Fortnite and stuff, right? And let's see if Arc Raiders will still be here in a year or two. They have the best chance, at least, to be successful over a longer period of time. But again, they are supporting the game really well, and that's the other thing. A lot of developers, and I think that was also a big part of why Battlefield died off too quickly. There wasn't a strong content roadmap directly behind. Yeah, a new map is coming in 3 months or so. By then the game is dead, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Arc Raiders did really well. There's barely a week going by where they didn't have proper content ready. But that's the game you're playing when you enter this Games as a Service title. And seeing how Bungie supported Destiny, I doubt that they will have that strong content roadmap down the line for Marathon. And it
took Destiny ages to get content.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they had like their yearly update, and that's basically it, right?
Yep. And then paid DLC.
Yeah.
But this isn't that type of game. This isn't a story game like Destiny was.
True.
This is just kind of like a glorified arena shooter. The one thing as well about this is the video that they try to portray some form of story in this game is laughable to me.
Yeah, true. So, yeah, let's see how it does, but I doubt that it will be successful.
Yeah, same.
Saros was shown off again, coming April 30th, right? Housemark. I mean, Returnal didn't do much for me, and it's not...
It also didn't do great number-wise.
Yeah.
It's like a million.
Exactly.
Units?
1 million units or something. I mean, they've said they addressed a couple of the things that were criticized with Returnal, and it was also one big criticism from my side, that if you do these, what's the genre called again?
I know what you're talking about.
Wow, damn, I'm blanking on the... if you do that kind of genre, like a Hades and roguelike,
that's
what I was looking for. Sorry.
You thought of it.
Yeah, if you do a roguelike, you need... I mean, the whole idea is start the level, die, start the level over, die, and slightly become better. But with Returnal, you always lost like everything if you didn't beat the level, and only like if you really progressed, you got to keep stuff, and that was so frustrating because the levels also were like huge. You had to play like an hour or so, then die at the boss. And the whole hour was wasted, right? And they've explained that they tried to address that aspect with Saros, which is good. But it's not...
I mean, it's still to me, even when they said, and then you die and you start, and then you die and you start. Nope.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Like, it works with little indie games. It doesn't work with giant, what's meant to be a AA or AAA game. Like, Hades is fine, but it doesn't work on these like massive like roguelike bullet dodge shooters, which is what these are.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah,
just feels like you're just going, oh god, I'm just wasting my time.
I wouldn't say that it's just like the budget-wise thing. It works on indies, but not on bigger budget games. But the genre itself, I'm with you. This works better in an RPG-ish hack and slashy kind of genre rather than a shooter genre.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not really too excited for Saros, and maybe someone when it's on sale or something, like a really cheap sale or something, I might give it a chance. But since Returnal really turned me off, I'm not willing to risk it with Saros and buy it.
I tried Returnal and I got frustrated at it immediately. And it wasn't the gameplay, it was the fact that I was just going around in circles all the time.
Yeah.
And it was basically like your intention is to just die.
Yeah.
Like the whole purpose of the game is to die.
Yeah.
Because you can't progress if you don't.
Again, that's the genre. And I love Hades. But yeah, not again. I bought Returnal and got so frustrated. So this time I'm not willing to give them a chance with my money.
Thankfully, I didn't buy it. I just played it on PlayStation Plus.
Ah. Oh, I actually bought it.
I feel sorry for you.
So. Marvel Tokon was shown. Brawler-like thing.
Yeah, another fighting game.
Yeah, coming August 6th. Let's talk about the next game.
Yes, let's.
Because that's the final announcement, right? Actually, two announcements closed off the show. The first is, of course, God of War. The original trilogy is getting a remake. And that's what a lot of fans, including me, have been hoping for.
Yes, because I've been meaning... I've never actually, believe it or not, played the original games.
Oh.
And I was going to, but now I'm not going to.
Yeah, and understandable now. But that's a big miss on your end. Because the original...
But I was it... I'm sure it was PlayStation 3 when they all released.
I think the original came out on PS2.
I didn't have PS2 and PS3.
I did. I played them all, and I loved them. So God of War 2 and 3 definitely were PS3. The first one, I'm not 100% sure if that was PS2. I think so. Let's do a quick Google search here. God of War 2. No. Release date. So it came out. Damn you, Google. 2005 was the original one. Was that then PlayStation? Yeah, that must. Yeah, PlayStation 2. Yeah. Yeah, so the original came out on 2. And they were absolutely fantastic, man. Very different, like the modern God of Wars, right? Very different.
Yeah.
With an isometric view and way more hack and slash and not so much focus on storytelling, or more like, I don't want to use the word dumb because they were fun, but it much simpler storytelling, right? You're just fighting Zeus, and you're coming for him. But it was like really good, great boss fights in there. These epic set pieces where you had like these not cutscenes, but like when you have to press a button during a cutscene thing, and they were just brutal. They were fun. They were awesome. And so I'm absolutely excited for that trilogy. But Dutch, I feel like you will have to wait a little.
A long time. Never mind a little.
Yeah. They literally stated, they've just started development and are in the very early stages. So my guess would be that this is a PS6 launch title in 2029. I mean, if they say in 2026, it's early development.
I was going to say 2030.
Yeah, could be. Could also very well be. But if they say early in development in 2026, and they are redoing and remaking 3 games, right? You can at least say that's 3 years off. So that's why it's a little bummer we didn't see anything other than the logo. It's super early in development, and it's just an announcement to let people know that it is coming at some point. But again, don't expect that before 2029, if not 2030, right? So, yeah, but to shorten the wait, they've shadow dropped something. God of War, Sons of Sparta. It's a 2D side-scroller game that is out now.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I'm going to play that because I like Metroidvanias, but that isn't a Metroidvania. It's just a 2D side-scroller.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally just what they said was a passion project, but to be fair, it just looks like a quick, here's something because we've released nothing since Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And we haven't told you about anything since Ragnarok.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And these aren't even our main projects. This is just a project. We still don't know what Cory Barlog's working on.
And one announcement like that was missing at the thing. So, but overall, I thought it was a good showcase. Lots of games, some really good stuff in there, like John Wick, or Castlevania, which I'm super excited. Bunch of good games that we've already seen, but they are still exciting, like Resident Evil and 007, of course. Kenna was a surprise, which is cool. So overall, I thought it was a good show. Definitely for State of Play, one of the very better ones, if not the best in recent years. So yeah, anything you wanna add or?
No, I think, like I say, it's with regards God of War. It was kind of bittersweet. It was like, oh right, okay, God of War remake, and then they were like, yeah, and then they literally automatically just immediately dampened the mood and just went, yeah, this is like very, very, very early. Like it's not even close to showing at the minute, so it's going to be a while till you hear anything about it. It's like,
true.
It kind of just felt like they had to do something. They were like, oh well, we're anniversaries here. However, we've got literally nothing to give them, so let's give them this really quick side scroller that were made in like 3 days, and then a logo for the remake.
Yep. First party content is definitely something that was missing.
It's been missing for a while.
Yeah. it's a bad.
And by that we
roadmap.
mean like not bloody service games or fucking stupid shooters and stuff like that. And like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about first party, I'm talking about something that makes them stand out, something that made Sony great, PlayStation great over the PlayStation 4 era and 3 era, and which was their big AAA single player games.
Yep.
They've got none.
It's really missing. They've got Wolverine coming this year, and that's it. Intergalactic, we don't even know if that's a 27 game. Probably not.
Yeah. Probably not.
Probably not. And other than that, we don't know anything. So, yeah, it is what it is. Overall, couple of good games there. Couple of good games, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah. John Wick was definitely the standout for me. It was unexpected. I don't think anyone expected it, but highly unexpected.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Dutch. Let us move on from the state of play and let's talk about Xbox real quick. There have been a lot of discussions out there because a lot of different insiders have talked about Xbox exploring to merge Gamepass subscriptions, that the Gamepass Premium and PC Gamepass will merge together. And I just really quickly wanted to hear your thoughts on that, man.
I don't know whether or not that makes sense.
Oh, I think it makes total sense. With their strategy.
I mean, it makes sense from a monetary position because then they would just charge the PC guys the same as they charge Ultimate guys, but they would lose Ultimates. They would lose PC subscribers immediately.
Why?
Like immediately.
Why? Because it's
the
basically
PC,
the same price.
No, PC by itself isn't the same price as Ultimate. It's nowhere near.
Not Ultimate, Premium. PC Premium.
Again.
See, I think it makes total sense because, first of all, there are too many tiers. Yeah. With PC Game Pass and Basic and Premium and Ultimate, I just feel like that's too much for what it is. And the second thing is, if they really want to go down this route of everything's an Xbox, they shouldn't distinguish in between those. So let's keep it at 2 tiers, a Premium and an Ultimate. But then everything is... It doesn't matter whether you're on PC or console if you have Premium, right? Just like it doesn't matter when you have Ultimate whether you're on PC and console. Just unify that, make it easier, and finally bring a family subscription, man.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. It's just baffling to me that they've had so many iterations of Game Pass so far that they just can't seem to get it right.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Me
just
neither.
Have a singular subscription to Game Pass.
Yeah.
And make online free.
Make online free. You can have 2 tiers, but don't distinguish in between console and PC in the lower tiers. Make it more transparent. What is it? Right? I also feel like this premium thing is so weird there's a few games in there, but not everything. And some games come after a year or so into the subscription, but others don't. And it's not really well communicated, and it doesn't make sense for the everything is an Xbox thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. If the next Xbox is what we all think it is, basically a PC that runs Windows, right?
Yeah.
They will have to drop the online fees.
Oh, they have to. They have to. in this modern day, like there's two things that both companies are royally fucking up anyway. Is PlayStation putting cloud saves behind a paywall, and Xbox putting online behind a paywall.
Yeah. Well, PlayStation does it too.
And PlayStation as well, yeah. Get rid of it.
Definitely.
This is why PC players aren't really bothered about playing on console, because they're just like, why would I pay to play online?
Yeah.
I don't have to when I'm PC. Yeah. And if you can do that on PC and not pay for it, then it shows that you don't need to pay for it to play online.
True. Yeah. So I think and especially if the next Xbox is a PC, they will have to drop it. And it wouldn't make sense to distinguish in between a premium console and a premium PC Gamepass subscription, right? So, yeah, I think this is definitely coming, and it's probably coming sooner than the next-gen console, because I feel like a lot of things point toward them releasing a third-party console as well this year, similar to the Rock Ally X, right? Just as a proper console. So yeah. In other Xbox news, Dutch, Diablo. A lot of Diablo news this week. We speculated last week about the big anniversary stream that they did, right? And I think no one saw that coming. They've done a lot of things, or announced a lot of things. Diablo 2 is getting an update. It's getting actual DLC. It's in Gamepass right now, the Resurrected, so Diablo 2 Remake, basically, yeah. I've re-downloaded it, actually. It's getting also a new class, the Warlock. So really proper new content for Diablo 2. Along with that, they also announced that Diablo 4 is getting also the Warlock class when the Lord of Hatred comes out. But we get to Diablo 4. First of all, let's talk about Diablo 2. I didn't see that coming. That Diablo 2, after all these years, is getting such an update. Pretty impressive.
Actual DLC.
Yeah, actual DLC. I've downloaded it again.
It's very intriguing. I don't think anybody saw it coming. Everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Obviously dropping into Game Pass as well, which is nice for those, but yeah. Awesome to see.
The remake is really good. So if you haven't played it yet,
I haven't.
You haven't?
Nope.
I bought it when it launched, and it is actually really good. It's really well done. It modernizes just the right amount on the gameplay aspect that it feels good to play, but it still has this original Diablo 2 flair from the visuals, which they upgraded to modern, but they kept the art style and then the mood and everything. I think it is really well done. You would like it, man. Definitely recommend to download it now that it's in Game Pass.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I played another. The only one I played other than 4 was other than 4 was 3.
Okay. You never played Souls 2 edition. Back in the days?
Nope.
No, that's a big miss, man. Diablo 2. Man.
Yeah, I played 3 Reaper of Souls edition when it was on the original Xbox, and that was it.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, and then they talked a lot about Diablo 4, Lords of Hatred. Also, of course, getting the Warlock class with the next add-on, which I already pre-ordered, because then you can also play the Paladin class right now. And they've explained a couple of interesting things. They are changing the end game system, and they add something called war plans, which is a new end game system where you can create kind of playlist activities, so things like hell tides and nightmare dungeons and stuff. So that and this will allow you to progress through a custom skill tree. Exactly, and every class will receive a completely new expanded skill tree with over 40 new reworked choices and 80 additional options to choose from. So the skill trees become a lot bigger. The Hereditary Cube from Diablo 2 is coming as well, which is, if you haven't played it, which was like the favorite loot box to find in Diablo 2. Because it allows you to combine materials and all the different materials and then forge something very unique to your weapon. And it's not like just presets. It's either this, if you combine material A and B, you will definitely get this. It has also some sort of randomized effects that you will get, and it was a lot of fun. And fishing is going to be added as well, by the way. Fishing.
Jez will be happy about
that. Yeah, he most certainly will. So, yeah. All right. So a lot of good stuff coming to Diablo 4. Looking forward to that, man. End of April. Lots of hatred. Definitely a must play for me. You going to jump back in?
No. No, I might jump on Diablo 2 though, since I've never played it. But I've played Diablo 4. I'm not gonna, as much as I like it, I own it. I'm not going to jump in for DLC.
We've played Diablo when it came out. Yeah.
But no, I'm not going in to buy the DLCs and things like that. No, I enjoyed the first, like the game. I enjoyed the story of the game, but I'm not going into to buy DLCs and things now.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered, so I'm good to go, man. I'm good to go. All right. In other news, Game Developer Conference is about to happen at the beginning of March, which is always super interesting stuff for the more tech enthusiastic gamers, right? I always look forward to Game Developers Conference. Lots of interesting stuff usually presented there. And this year, Xbox is going to have a big presence there.
Wonder why?
Yeah, they will be hosting over 30 different sessions. Over there. I'm a little distracted by the chat right now. Mambo Chess says, "You guys deserve so many more listeners than you have. Love your podcast, guys." Thank you. Mambo. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So if you do enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button. That definitely helps. It's free for you, but it helps us a lot. Where were we? Thank you, Mambo.
GDC.
GDC, right. So Xbox is going to host over 30 different sessions. There's an entire list available, of course, on what these sessions are. Dozens of different things. Jason Ronald will himself hold one big session on how to build for the future with Xbox. Yeah, probably a lot of stuff around. Okay, how are they going to unify the console system and everything? also sessions like get your PC game ready for Xbox in one day, and stuff like that. So that's what are
your games in 0.2 seconds would be a helpful one.
Yeah, definitely.
How to port your games without PlayStation finding out.
Yeah, right.
How to nullify your exclusivity contract.
Those kind of sessions, yeah. But I feel like, Xbox obviously is gearing up to probably launch their console next year, the next gen console. With that, they are going to change a lot of things because essentially those are going to be again PCs. They already have the ROG Xbox LE as a kind of a test case for that out, right? With the full screen Xbox full screen experience thing on the LE. And this year at GDC, I fully expect them to dive a lot and talk a lot about unifying the systems. They've also have one session what's new for DirectX. It's going to be interesting if we're finally getting a DirectX 13 or something, which could very much be because new gen always screams new DirectX, right?
Absolutely.
So what are your expectations, Dutch?
To be fair, we should be finding out a little bit about. I don't know whether or not there definitely won't be unveiling the console per se, but they'll definitely be talking about
not at GDC.
Next gen tech.
Yeah,
definitely talking about what their plans are and what they're kind of getting into. We might see something about other tech that they're working on, whether it be handheld or otherwise. But they're definitely going to be talking about kind of their approach to turning it into a more hybrid system.
Absolutely. I also expect them to dive into new ways to use NPUs, right?
Yeah.
Different upscaling technologies, frame generation technologies, stuff like that. I think the ROG Xbox LEX right now has an NPU which isn't enabled so far. They probably will talk about stuff there in how to use NPUs across different systems, right? This definitely is something I'm most certainly excited for it, because even though those talks are obviously not for the masses, they are for developers. We usually get a lot of interesting stuff out of it, and you can always tell, okay, where's the technology going over the next years? How will engines develop? What's changing in terms of rendering pipelines and stuff like that? And I'm a sucker for that, so I'm excited, man. Looking forward to that. All right, Dutch. With that, let us go to the community questions of the week. Like each and every week, you guys can write in questions or topics you would like us to discuss. We usually put up posts on Wednesday on everything, YouTube, Twitter, and so on. This week we did it on Thursday, obviously, the day before the podcast. No paywall here, so no Patreon subscription or anything required. Everyone can write in, and so did Archie Sergeant Sentinel this week, and asks this: do you think we could see Starfield dropped on the PS5 this year, and will it be optimized for the PS5 Pro?
Possibly, and yes, it will be when it does.
I absolutely expect Starfield to drop for the PS5 this year. We know that they have the expansion coming. With that, the Starfield 2.0 update. Although they'll probably let Jeff announce it at Gamescom or something, or even maybe before that in June at Summer Games Fest. Yeah.
Jeff likes announcing PlayStation games.
That's very true. That is very true. Although I do have the feeling that this is going to be just an announcement. Some random ass time in March or April, they will announce it with a big trailer and everything. And it's out in May or something. Because I don't think that they will put the Starfield launch, the DLC, the add-on, into the second half of the year. The second half is just too crowded.
Yeah.
And if they want that DLC to breathe a little bit and give a fair chance on for the PlayStation release, yeah, it's going to be somewhere in April, May, June. Something like that. Yeah. The next question comes in from Mambo Chaz, who's also here in the chat. He says, in the past 10 years, has there been a substantial period of time you went without gaming? How long was it and why? And how did you get back in?
How did I get back into it?
I didn't have that
all the time, especially this year, especially the last 6 months. It's just a case of sometimes life gets in the way. Sometimes you're just too busy with work. Sometimes you're just too tired after work. And then when you do switch things on, it's about being in the mood for a particular type of game. So for me, the good thing about my taste in games is that I don't mind trying something new or something small, taking it bite-sized. So if I'm like, oh, I just don't have the energy to play something huge at the moment, then I'll happily download something small and bite-sized or some tiny little indie game and just play through that a little bit, just to kind of keep, or at least go, right, okay, now I'm playing something different for a change, or I'm trying something new, or I'm getting back into gaming, but not something too heavy. So for me, it's just about kind of, instead of just trying to jump into something where your mind's not in it completely, try to jump into something that's a little bit lighthearted, or something that others might class as childish, or something, just something that's nice and easy on the brain and doesn't require too much thinking, where you can actually relax. And that will help kind of get you back in the mood to game a little bit more. I just tend to find when you try and force yourself to play something because you think, oh, God, like I've got these things sitting here and I haven't played my consoles for a while or something like that, then it kind of feels more like a task rather than it is a hobby.
Yeah. I mean, there are certain periods where I play less games, but I never really got out of it. Like you said, sometimes it's just life. When you're busy with work, there are a few weeks where you just don't have that much gaming time. But I never really got out of gaming. I'm always playing games. To a certain degree. And of course, sometimes you have a little bit more time, sometimes a little bit less. But I can't remember that I ever took a break from playing games ever since I started playing video games at the age of 6 or so. So, yeah, not really took a break, but of course, sometimes you have more time, sometimes you have less.
Yeah.
But it is my favorite hobby and my favorite activity to just relax. I just love gaming, man. Always have and always will, probably. Yeah. So, the Big Bridge writes in and says, "Hi, Boxy in Dutch. If 2 video game characters had to run for president, which would they be and which one would you vote for?" That is a challenging question. Who could run for president?
Johnny Silverhand, let's watch the world burn.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
Yeah, down with the corpos.
Yeah, absolutely. But who could we pit against him? It's a
I don't know who can we put against him.
That's a really tough question, man. I mean, I'm really struggling right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of all. I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
all the like big characters that have said something profound or done something profound, and it's like, have they? Have they?
Have
Have any of
they?
them done anything actually profound?
I mean,
I'm gonna go for complete chaos here and say Lilith. Lilith
that's
and Johnny Silverhand for president.
yeah, absolutely. I
Utter
would.
chaos.
Man, we would be so screwed. All right.
Well, it's no different to what we are now.
Yeah, also very true. All right,
At least we know they were evil.
Let us bring this podcast to an end. I want to say a big thank you to our awesome community who tunes in here every week. Big thank you, of course, also to all the audio listeners on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Dutch, before we let everyone out of here, anything you would like to say?
No. Again, thanks for waiting an extra day to listen to us. But of course, if on the nasty people at these gaming studios keep putting shows on at silly times of night on random days, then we have to move it to cater to them. So
Exactly.
because we're sure as hell not staying up late enough to to watch it and then do it. Not on a weeknight.
No, definitely not.
We're getting old. We're getting old.
Absolutely.
That's what's happening.
That is what is happening. No, so again, a big thank you. Of course, we hope we will be back next Thursday then at the regular slot at 8 p.m. Central Europe, 7 p.m. UK time, or 2 p.m. Eastern. The weekend is here. The weekend is here, and we are going to play some games. What's your plan for the weekend to play?
Oh, I'm not sure yet.
High on Life 2 for me.
I need to finish Keeper. Keeper, so I think I might finish Keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like
I don't think I'm that far away from finishing it, in all fairness. So I'm going to go on Keeper and see how far away I am.
Nice. Beautiful game.
Have you played it yet?
I have played it. I finished it.
Finished it as well.
It was a fairly short game. If
Yeah,
I remember correctly, 6-7 hours, something like that.
I won't be far off then.
Yeah.
I am already the boat.
Yeah, then you're not too far. Maybe another hour or two.
Right, okay, good.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I'll be playing High on Life 2. We'll continue Batman Origin on the Rock Xbox LE.
Nice.
And since I'm alone with boys this weekend, my wife is going to London.
Oh.
Yeah. I might just play some Pokemon with them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I let them play Pokemon, Brilliant Diamond, and
yes,
and probably sit on the couch playing on my alley. We're going to do a video game, and we're going to the movies. And
nice. What are you going to see?
It's a German movie called Checker Toby. He's like He does like these little science shows for kids.
Okay.
And they love the show, and he did a movie which is in the so we're going to see that. There's no real good kid movie otherwise coming at the moment, so
There's no Lego movies due out yet.
nah, not yet. Not at the moment, at least not in our cinemas here. There's like few silly animated movies, but yeah, and I'm looking forward to the Mario movie, which is coming soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's gonna be a father-son weekend. It's gonna be awesome.
Nice. We'll enjoy that.
Yeah. All right. But with that, let's get into the weekend. We hope to see you guys back next week. And don't forget to game on.